All right, go ahead, Dan.
Interesting start to this one, Coach, but guys find a way to claw back. What did you kind of see out there?
Yeah, kind of sloppy first period. Had some trouble with their execution, but I think we played with a good conscience again. And then as the game kind of started to go, I think we got more involved, like just more competitive and hungrier. Like did a better job working through the neutral zone in the second period and creating some forechecks, and that kind of led to a little spark for our team. And yeah, I like the way we fought back in this one and sort of stuck with it and pretty resilient.
Vesey gets his first goal. What did you think of his game tonight?
I thought it was good. I thought everyone played pretty well, played pretty hard anyway, especially once we got going a little bit. But that was one of the lines, the hard-working forecheck lines, and kept their offensive game pretty simple, just shooting and going to the net and following it to the net, and we got rewarded by a couple of net front goals.
Does getting these 2 points where you guys really are cemented now in your spot, it feels like, and does it change your approach over the last 3 games or not?
Not really. Like, we're obviously dealing with a bunch of injuries, so we'll see who can get healthy, and if we have the opportunity to rest some other guys. Like now we've had some guys playing for a number of games in a row, and we'll just see. We got to play it by ear because I don't know who's going to be healthy. And I mean, once you're here and you're getting ready for the game and preparing for the game and you're all dressed up, you might as well go try and win, So like you're not just going to go take it easy or whatever. So I don't think the approach really changes. We got to go through 3 more games. We're playing 4 lines a lot, like using everybody as much as we possibly can with still letting everyone do their job and play to their strengths. So the game kind of dictates the ice time a little bit. Like tonight, I'm sure McKinnon and McCarr would have, like their minutes would have started to climb out of my comfort zone, but that's because you play overtime and they add another 3 minutes of ice, right? So, but yeah, we'll see who's healthy and who's able to play. I'd like to get all these guys in a game this week yet, and hopefully that happens.
Ross Colton, is that precautionary or is there an injury there?
He's got an injury, yeah.
4 shootouts in the last 9 games. Shootouts in the playoffs, obviously, but you like the resiliency, the fact the team's sticking with it and finding ways to scratch out those points?
Yeah, absolutely. You want the guys to get rewarded for their work, right? They're coming in here and putting in some hard work for a few hours, and you want to see, like, number one, good habits and, like, some detail to your game. And I thought that all those things got better as the game went on again. So, like, I'm seeing enough from our team to say, like, when the competitive spirit kind of takes over, that we're still doing some good things. Seems like we're having a little trouble getting going for these games, which I understand. But they're probably a little bit the same way, I think you're running into teams that kind of know where they are and they're trying to get through it healthy and waiting for playoff time.
Charlie Coyle has 6 points in the last 3 games. How have you seen his game come alive over this last stretch?
He's been good. And he was not feeling well tonight. Like, he had a tough time in between periods and on the bench, lacked some energy. But, like, that's the thing. Like, even when you don't have your best legs, he's a detail guy, he's a competitive guy, strong on pucks. So he just kind of does all the right things all over the ice in all 3 zones. And, has a great assist and part of a big shift that gets us the equalizer, the Vesey goal, and then his impact on the penalty kill, obviously, at the end of the game is huge. Face-offs and just playing in the right spots and sort of denying middle ice, and then he's able to get the shootout winner on top of it. It's a pretty good night for a guy not feeling good.
The coaching fraternity is obviously very tight. Does your heart kind of go out for Michael Malone a little bit? I know that you know him a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough decisions, competitive, business, and I hate to see it because, like, I've gotten to know him a little bit over the course of time. He's done a heck of a job here, as you know, and was able to bring a championship here. So those are always tough decisions for the organization. Heart always goes out to, like, those guys. I hate to see it, but sometimes it happens in this business.
You mentioned a little while ago that you don't really pay too much attention to the standings. Now in this little home stretch, are you almost glancing at that a little bit more?
No. I kind of know where we're at and what's going to happen in a week or so. So I'm watching like some of those races on teams fighting to get in the playoffs and seeing how that's going. And, you know, if there's other positions that can change spots, then I get interested in a little bit. But I'm mostly just watching highlights now when I go home at the end of the night.
Any last ones?
Are there any updates you can give with Gabe? Should we go to an Eagles game coming up on Friday or anything you can share?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's doing better and getting close, so that is still an option.
And just to confirm, Colton, day-to-day, upper?
Day
or
to
lower?
day. Yep. Upper.
Yep, thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Still an option. Don't think we don't know it.
It's a slow start for you guys. You guys find a way to get back in it. How did that one unfold for you?
Sometimes it doesn't go your way at the start. You go down a few goals. It's all about what you do from that point on, and whether it's a next line going out there and doing a job, swaying momentum. Maybe it's a penalty kill. Maybe we go out and get a big power play goal, and then that next line feeds off of that and create a momentum, and we kind of clawed our way back in the game that way. So it was kind of a shift after shift mentality of each line going out, wearing them down. They take penalties, we capitalize, and then we keep moving from there.
Can you take us through the penalty shot, what you were seeing, what you were thinking?
Well, it's nice when Wedgie does his job there and shuts the door and releases the pressure off of us going second. So I was able to kind of just be a little more at ease and just focus on what I wanted to do, what I saw, and I thought I saw what I saw, and I went forward, and luckily it found the back of the net.
Jared talks about how your percentage in shootouts. What is it that you like about him?
I really don't like him, to be honest. It's a high pressure situation, but it's the little things you kind of work on, and when you're younger, playing street hockey in front of your house and just working on moves, looking at what goalies are, what their tendencies are, and then trusting your abilities and what you do and what's worked for you in the past. So sometimes it's a spur of the moment thing. Sometimes you have a couple moves going in, but sometimes you get a little lucky and it finds it back.
You've been rewarded a lot these last few games. Is there something you've changed about your game?
No, I don't think so. I think just trusting what I do, feeling a little more comfortable, using my body, feeling better that way, and trying to hang on to the puck, and you gain confidence doing that. My line mates have been really, really, really good. And that helps my game, especially if I'm not pulling my weight as much as I should, and your line mates pick you up. So I've had a lot of that. And then once you get one, you get a few, confidence builds, and you kind of just, it's nice when you get rewarded doing the right things, and your line mates too. So we've kind of been sticking on that the last little bit.
Much work again for a long period of time, and then a couple saves in the second near the end just to keep us in the hunt, and then getting one and then going into the third and doing what we do was obviously fun to watch again.
What is your mental approach if you do find yourself down a couple like you were tonight, just to stay in the game?
Just like I said, just kind of keep the team in it and don't want to give up any more and make it any harder on them. And obviously you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but just next try mentality, try and control my rebounds, make it as easy as I can for those guys, and not have to spend too much time on our end if I can soak a couple whistles and not have them battling net front, and just turn it around and let them go north.
You guys are pretty much locked into your seed now in the Central. Is it hard for you guys to get maybe emotionally invested in some of these games here down the stretch? And if so, how do you kind of fight that?
Not personally. I mean, I'm sure I scratch and claw for every start I can get, and I think that's the mentality in here. So you don't want to coast into the postseason either, but I think like you said, now with the kind of points and statistics that they're going to be, it's just kind of you want to have your good habits and your good mentality, and obviously playing at the top of your game, but at the same time you want to obviously not put yourself at risk, and you're just kind of finding a balance there. But if we do what we did tonight for the remaining three, we'll be in good shape.
Coyle makes a pretty big difference in this game, but defensively, PK with the final minute of overtime, what have you seen about him? How he plays in front of you that you really appreciate as a goaltender?
It's just smart. Obviously big face-off guy, first and foremost, and then just where and what you're going to give up. You have a lefty one-timer, but you don't want to pass coming back. So a lot of the plays that they will kind of leave me looking at is kind of one-shot mentality, especially on a 4-on-3. It's kind of hard as they want to load up one-timer, which they ended up doing. But if that's all they're going to give up, at least I kind of have that anticipation for it. And then just having good sticks and just you don't get chasing. He's just a smart guy, and we're looking to lean on him with his consecutive 13th postseason or whatever he's got going. I read a stat, so I'll be happy to have him on our side for sure.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
Second half of the second period, I thought we started to kind of take over the game, and then able to tie it, and then huge kill in overtime, and shootout, anything can happen, but it's good to get 2 points.
Were you on the bench when that Nichushkin goal happened? And did anybody know that it went in on the bench? Or?
We knew it was close, but I think it was probably just a question of if they had conclusive video.
This time of year, maybe it can be hard to get engaged in games. What does keep you guys motivated?
Well, if you look at the side of the bracket that we're most likely going to be on, there's some good teams, so we want to dial in the details and the habits to our game, and we want to be able to hit the ground running in playoffs, because you can't afford to have an off night.
You've had, like you said, you've had some games where you haven't had to play much. Have you and Miles sort of been able to kind of go through this together a little bit? Like you guys were sitting together, and then you were playing together, and then sitting.
Yeah, Miles is another guy from Massachusetts that I've known for a long time. So it's nice to, I'm new to the team and not playing. So nice to have someone to kind of lean on in those instances. But I think we've played together a few times as well, and I think I really like playing with him. Just his speed and forechecking, I think, creates a lot on the ice.